Hello guys, I'm Greg. Gregory.
And
Greg!
and I'm Kyle.
Kyle, say your name, Jesus. It's Kyle. First time here. I want him to feel very comfortable. Top Trending is a channel that gets along with me, one of the few. They have a video called 6 Most Cursed Movie Sets of All Time. 6 Most Cursed Movie Sets of All Time. You ready, Kyle?
I'm pumped.
Are you pumped?
I'm pumped.
One of the most famous movie curses comes from the sets of the Poltergeist films, which reportedly claimed 4 lives of the main cast over its many years of filming. The movies, produced by Steven Spielberg, were a sensation upon their release.
Devil!
The chilling aftermath of its human losses produced a terrifying legacy that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. First, there was the brutal murder of actress Dominique Dunne at the hands of her boyfriend. Upon first glance, this was a tragic loss, but nothing that pointed to a movie curse. Then the consecutive losses of actor Will Sampson during a routine operation, and the death of Julian Beck, who succumbed to cancer. Finally, the curse struck Heather O'Rourke, the protagonist of the series, who was killed after a misdiagnosis from doctors when she became ill and fell into cardiac arrest. The reason for the curse? It was reported that some of the props used in the original film were actually the remains of deceased individuals, and they did not have permission to be used in the movie.
Don't buy that.
Considering the plot of the film, this is as ironic as it is tragic. While the film it took was never proposed to be a horror movie, the line of high-profile deaths it left in its wake would serve as a terrifying film in and of itself.
All those guys were in it.
Conceived as a comedy about a traveling Eskimo, the part was first offered to a world-famous comedian, John Belushi, who had just come off the wildly popular The Blues Brothers. He was reportedly a huge fan of the script and signed on immediately, only to die of a drug overdose before the movie could enter production. The film attempted to move on, recasting the part to actor Sam Kinison. Problems with funding persisted, but Kinison remained attached to the project until he was killed in a car accident in 1992.
Jesus.
Not seeing any concrete warning signs, the movie continued to
John
progress,
Candy.
attaching popular comedian John Candy just a few short months later. Before the movie could start filming, Candy died of a sudden heart attack. Production ceased, and the script floated around Hollywood for almost 3 years, with interest in the movie waning until it found itself in the hands of actor and comedian Chris Farley. Before he could commit to the picture, Farley died of a drug overdose, and it was shelved for good.
Terrible, I should laugh.
James Wan's Conjuring movies have proved to be worldwide smashes.
Hell
producing
yeah.
Spin-offs and sequels that continue to make money to this day.
Fuck
But just
yeah.
as the movies are full of well-crafted scares, the cast and crew of the first movie experienced strange paranormal events during filming. The odd occurrences include the director's dog continuously barking at and growling at a person that was not in the room. The dog's eyes then seemingly watched something walk from one side of the room to the other, and eventually leave. Later, actress Vera Farmiga reported seeing devilish claw markings on her computer screen as she attempted to read the script. She believed at first it was a joke being played on her by the crew, but no one ever admitted to the prank. When the real-life mother the film was telling the story of visited the set, she said she felt the same presence of the witch known as Bathsheba all around the crew. She later fell on set and had to be taken to the hospital. And finally, whenever the screenwriters attempted to call the real-life paranormal investigator Lorraine Warren that Vera Farmiga plays in the film, their calls were plagued by static, and the line continuously going dead. Warren claimed that was unusual for her landline. Among the most heartbreaking and tragic of the movie curses is that of the sci-fi film The Matrix.
I love that
the
movie.
Horrifying losses began with the news actor Keanu Reeves' first child with his then-girlfriend Jennifer Syme was stillborn. While filming The Matrix sequel, Syme herself was killed in a tragic car accident. Then as filming got underway, actress and singer Aaliyah was killed in a plane accident. She was originally cast as Z, and the part eventually went to Nona Gay. Later, actress Gloria Foster, who played the Oracle, passed on from diabetes at the age of 67. Throughout filming, Reeves suffered multiple injuries, some very serious, and his sister relapsed into a struggle with leukemia, though she eventually recovered. Roman Polanski's seminal horror film Rosemary's Baby has a well-documented string of atrocities that followed filming due to a reported movie curse. The strangest events noted are that of the death of the movie's composer, who passed away after a blood clot developed in his brain. Strangely enough, his death directly mirrored that of the characters in the movie. The film's producers suddenly experienced kidney failure out of nowhere and had to be rushed into surgery. But perhaps the most horrifying connection was that of the murder of Polanski's wife and Unborn Child by cult leader Charles Manson. Polanski purchased a house in 1969 from music producer Terry Melcher, who years prior rejected Manson's propositions to be a musician. In revenge, Manson ordered his cult to invade Melcher's home and murder everyone inside. What Manson didn't know was that Melcher had moved out of the house and Polanski had moved in. While Polanski was not home that evening, Manson's cult brutally slaughtered 6 people in one of the most famous murder cases in American history. But perhaps no movie curse was as deadly as that of the film The Omen. A multitude of deaths and strange occurrences plague the film's production and leave behind a legacy far scarier than the movie itself. To start, on 3 separate occasions were people who were involved with the film getting struck by lightning while on a plane. Screenwriter David Seltzer, actor Gregory Peck, and producer Mace Neufeld all reported surviving freak lightning storms while filming. Later, Peck's son would kill himself with seemingly no warning. Then, an assistant to the special effects consultant was brutally killed in a car accident with John Richardson. To make the curse even more real, when Richardson escaped from the accident relatively unharmed, he looked up to find a road sign that read, Omen, 66.6 kilometers.
No.
Then a tiger handler employed by the film died. Finally, a plane that was originally supposed to be used in the movie was switched out at the last moment and redirected for commercial use. It later crashed and killed all the civilians on board, solidifying The Omen as the film with the most indirect casualties of all time.
Whoa, that one was pretty scary, the Omen one.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe that whole sign thing. Like, what? That's a little ridiculous. And some of these things are like, they are clearly milking it.
Some of them, though, sound pretty fucking crazy, man.
I am super, like, I've always wondered that about some of these movies, because I'm very kind of into this stuff. Growing up Catholic and everything, we're just very, eek. That's some, you never know. Like, I'm like, when you mess around with this stuff, even like story-wise, it can get, you're inviting stuff in.
I grew up Catholic as well.
Oh.
So when I hear stuff of like demonic things happening, like it's weird. I don't consider myself someone who believes in, you know, certain things of Catholicism anymore. It's just certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of it. However, there's a lot of good I see in it. That being said, I hear scary shit like this and I immediately think might be true, despite the fact that I no longer conform to Catholicism.
Yeah, you don't want to tempt fate or risk.
Maybe the energies have somehow created this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, that's pretty... I believe in dark energies existing, at least.
You're allowed to believe whatever you want.
Not true. Not when Trump's president. I really feel bad for the little girl on Poltergeist.
I know, I was like, oh, that's rough. That's so rough.
I mean, so many people died making that film, and it's really scary when you... Like, that makes me not kind of want to work on certain horror films. Because these are, like, demonic things happening, you know? Things with...
Well, and I was just going to say, like, you know, the thing that, other than The Matrix, the thing that they all had in common was either some kind of demons or ghosts or...
True. Well, The Matrix, you know, that is some type of spiritual film in a lot of ways. And it could be, you know... If you look into The Matrix Reloaded, there's actually vampires. No, werewolves in it. There is.
There is.
Remember when Monica Bellucci has in The Matrix Reloaded?
Yes.
And then she's in that room and she shoots those 2 guys in the head.
Yes.
And she says makes some comment about silver bullets.
Oh, jeez.
And they're even watching, like, they're laughing at some, like, old wolf movie.
Oh, yeah.
And they're implying that, and then the Oracle's talking with her earlier. She's talking about how people believe they see ghosts, vampires, werewolves. So these are all, you know, things that are created. So they do acknowledge that in the Matrix world. Makes sense. Makes sense now. I figured it out. I am the great detective.
Right there.
But yeah, the whole idea, though, with Poltergeist using real dead bodies, I just don't buy that for a second. There's no way.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
That's fucking so, like, beyond illegal.
I was just going to say, I feel like there's a lot of hoops they'd have to go over. Even if, did they, like, borrow them from a museum? Like
Spielberg, like, we have to get real corpses over this.
Yeah, yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, all those guys.
All the comedians dying?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. And, man.
That is crazy. I wonder if it has something to do with the actual script or story. Because it's not considered a horror film. They said that.
Has this film been released ever?
I don't think so. That's actually an interesting question.
I've never even heard of it.
Unfilmed American film. Wow, they just decided to never make it.
Yeah.
People in Hollywood must have really thought this story was cursed in some way. I mean, the thing though is like that age of of the comedians. These were like the really overweight, unhealthy, crazy behavior comedians.
2 of them died of a drug overdose.
Yeah, and then another one died of a heart attack. These guys were people who did not really take care of themselves.
No.
And
they kept casting those.
They had a specific type of guy they were looking for.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying like it's okay what happened. I'm just saying I don't think it's a curse. The Conjuring, though, I can believe that shit.
Oh my God.
Because I know they shot at like real locations for that film.
No, why would you do that?
And I don't know. I've taken time, I know, right? I think that's it. Like, as cool as I want this movie to be, I kind of don't want to be involved in the reality.
Yeah, I mean, like there's something cool as an actor for you to be like, oh, I want to really get engrossed and feel like I'm really in that world. But at some point, you're just messing with elements you probably shouldn't mess with.
I feel like the energies are drawn to people who usually might believe in something like this possibly happening.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm the kind of guy to walk into a Conjuring room on set and bam, crazy ass demon bitch comes my way because I'm like, I fucking knew you people were real. I'm that kind of guy. You know?
Oh yeah. It's like believing in fairies or something.
Yeah.
You believe in it and it becomes real.
The devil marks on Vera Farmiga's
computer screen, right?
Whew, I would scare the shit out of me if someone was doing that to my laptop. I'd find out who was doing it.
It'd be 3
and
marks.
I'd sue them. I know it was James Wan. James Wan's the kind of director to do that. He fucks around on set, doesn't take his actors seriously. Love that guy. And Lorraine Warren, I didn't know she like passed out on set because said she was experiencing something.
Oh, I believe it.
I mean, the whole landline thing is just fucking like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we're like,
anytime
and to top it off, the landline.
Yeah. Like
static.
Anytime there's something, they gotta, let's throw that in there too. And it's tech. I mean, things happen.
Yeah. The Matrix, man, it really sucks for
Keanu.
Keanu. A big reason why I like that he was able to come back with John Wick was because that's a character who experiences a lot of loss and he's fighting from that.
And I
feel like that's more relatable for him than, let's say, when he was Neo. Even though he was great as Neo, I feel like that was more
think
relatable.
he pushed for John Wick to happen because of that very reason.
Yeah, I bet he could identify.
Perfect for that
Yeah,
role.
he fucking nailed that role, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it was good that it happened. I'm just saying that. I mean, that's a terrible loss. I can't imagine. I'm like having to just like still suck it up and like keep on filming and like,
yeah. Come on, man, be professional.
Yeah. And then Aaliyah died. Her last movie was Queen of the Damned.
Oh, I saw that.
Sucked.
It was not good. Yeah.
She was in Romeo Must Die with Jet Li, which was kind of all right.
Jet Li.
And the Oracle change.
In The Matrix?
Yeah, I at least like how in the Matrix Revolutions they tried to justify why they look different.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah.
They didn't fully justify it.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
But they alluded that there was probably a reason.
Oh man, the Manson murders.
The Manson murders.
I don't even need to like comment. It's just
It's universally known that is not a good day.
I don't really feel like it's a cursed movie, whatever this is. I think it's
Rosemary's Baby?
I mean, I think more than anything...
a person died of a blood clot similar to the death of someone, a character in the film. Come on, man.
Convenience. The whole, like, Manson murders.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they creep me out more than anything. And I mean, that's like real people just murdering, slaughtering, massacre.
That was something else, huh? I've seen, like, documentaries on it. I've seen the movie where it, like...
I hear the whole street that it took place on, Cielo Drive out here, is, like, super... like haunted, like especially at night, like people hear things, see things. I kind of want to check it out.
Maybe.
But then again, I'm tempting fate again, so.
The Omen! Did I know Gregory Peck's fucking son killed himself? It looks like his son was so young. And then that guy dying on Route 666? Yeah, dude, I believe that really happened. That really happened. They wouldn't make that up.
Is there really a Route 666?
Apparently. I think it's 66.6 or 6.66, something there to go.
That's a weird road
You
name.
looked up to find a road sign that read Omen, 66.6 kilometers.
66.
Oh, kilometers.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Okay, that's believable.
Still, though, it was the devil.
It was the devil.
It was the devil. Devil shows himself in many ways.
I'm very superstitious. If I buy something and I see those numbers come up, I'm like, oh, I'll buy something else. I just don't want to end up on that.
You see, the people will try to fight the devil, but truthfully, the only way to fight evil is with love.
It's true.
So love the devil, kids.
What?
That is terrifying. The thing with the planes, how they switched them out. That one they switched, they
God.
actually let. Oh my god! I can't believe it crashed.
That's insane.
I can't imagine that, dying in a plane crash. That's why we need people like Denzel Washington at Flight or Tom Hanks and Sully. What would your last words be?
Why don't you put parachutes on here?
Last words. Kyle was complaining before we crashed.
I've always thought that though, even though it wouldn't make a difference. There's that hope that just knowing there's a parachute under my seat and I could just strap it on and be like, we broke the seal, let's all fly out. Now we can hopefully open it up and not
that's true.
crash to our death. If you're in a plane and it's going down, you're dead. Like there's nothing you can do, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know too many stories of people actually surviving plane crashes.
No, it doesn't happen. I don't think it's ever happened.
Well, people, I'm going to Europe at the end of September, going to Switzerland, Zurich Film Festival.
So awesome. It's
Let's
really
see
cool.
if the plane makes it.
That's terrible. Oh my
Hey.
god, knock on wood. That's awful. What is wrong with you? The plane will make it. Something happens, I'll just break into his place here and just take over
my cats.
I'll just take over this, take all use of praise. Add it to my amazing Twitter, apparently.
My last words will be,
What will your last words be?
Kyle's right. Why are there any parachutes underneath my seat? Alright guys, subscribe to Top Trending. They're a worthwhile channel. They'll make your trends even better. My name is Greg. This is the real... Hey! Not done with the outro. This is the Real Rejects. Subscribe today. Kyle's on Twitter and Periscope.
Yes.
And he's in my acting class.
Yes.
We played Jeremy Renner and Ben Affleck's role from The Town.
Yeah.
Sure, you can totally see it after watching this video.